of the year is officially here, and today we are joined by the GOAT, Leo's Goals, as we're going to build our ultimate team of the year. Leo, are you ready to build the ultimate team of the year?
Oh, I'm so hyped. It's always so much fun to do this every year, and it's such a pleasure again to be on this channel. Let's do it.
We are ready. We've got the nominations. It is time for me and Leo to pick our Team of the Year 11 and our 12th man. And without further ado, we're jumping straight into it with the goalkeeper. Okay, the goalkeeper. For me, it's one of three, and we can limit down these nominations to three. Alisson, Ederson, ter Stegen. I think ter Stegen deserves a shout. I think he was great for Barcelona. I do have to say that Ederson has got to be in there, even though I don't particularly rate him. He still won the treble, came up with some clutch saves in the Champions League final, and he plays for our boys in blue. But Alisson has surely got to be the favourite. Leo, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I was listening the other day to the podcast with Micah Richards and Alan Shearer, and they both went with Alisson over Ederson for the goalkeeper of the year, and I think that does say something, because they don't like Liverpool, you know what I mean?
It does. I think we've got to give ter Stegen a fair shout, though. I do think he's been great for Barcelona. But Alisson and Ederson are beginning to push away from those two. And then it always comes back to the Alisson-Ederson debate. And who's better? That's the question. Who's been better in 2023?
Yeah, I mean, I have to go with Alisson, just because even when we struggled so much at the beginning or towards the middle of last season, he always was the one to step up for us. He was just like so solid. And then this season, he has the most clean sheets. We have the best defense, everything, you know, that you see. He's the one that leads in that sense.
If I was an attacker and I was running one-on-one against Ederson, I would probably fancy myself of scoring more if I was facing Alisson. So for that reason, I think me and Leo are in agreement.
Wow,
Alisson is our Team of the Year goalkeeper.
That.
So on to the right backs, and there are the nominations. Leo, I have got something big to say about this, so I'm going to let you go first. Who is your right back in your Team of the Year?
This has to be Trent Alexander-Arnold. And the reason I say that is I know he's having an insane season this season, and you might say at the beginning of 2023 wasn't good, but since April, which is the beginning of 2023, we transformed as a team, and it's the moment I'll give Pep some credit. We got inspired by Pep. He became an inverted fullback, and from April on, we've been so good. We've transformed, and Trent is at the heart of that. And that's why for me, he has to be the right back. But I want to give a shout out to Frimpong and the season Leverkusen are having. He's having an insane season. He's so young, and they're leading the Bundesliga. They're having a crazy season, and he's playing a big part in that, Frimpong.
Absolutely agree. I think Trent, with this new position in midfield, has revelationized fullbacks going into midfield. Insane. He already revelationized the fullback position, Trent Alexander-Arnold on his own, with the way that he plays it, with his incredible attacking capabilities. The fact that he can ping the ball to Andy Robertson, score free kicks from ridiculous angles. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been a pleasure to watch, and his defending's got better. I am a big critic on Trent's defending, because a right back's objective is to defend for me. I'm quite old school with my right backs, but I'll tell you what, he's been getting a lot better this season and really been working and improving on it. Let's respect Jeremy Frimpong. By Leverkusen have had a terrific season so far. However, how on earth is Kyle Walker not nominated? I just don't understand it. What more does the man have to do? He literally kept Vinicius Jr. so quiet, and he's one of the best wingers in the world. We literally battered Bayern Munich. We battered Real Madrid. How on earth is the best right back in 2023 not even on the nominations? How is Jesus Navas on there? How is Jonathan Klaus on there? Trent's been the best right back this season. But why is what? Do you know what, Leo?
Crazy.
I'm done with it. Trent Alexander-Arnold is our Team of the Year right back, and we're moving on to the centre backs. Leo, you've got two Liverpool players in already.
Let's go!
I just can't believe. I can't believe we won the treble. It literally says on my kit, treble winners, and we got two Liverpool players. I'm done. Centre backs. All right. After the frustrating right back, we're moving on to the centre backs. Now, there's four standout players: John Stones, Ruben Dias, Virgil van Dijk, William Saliba. It's two of those four. What do you think, Leo?
I mean, what I'll say is you've watched City more than me. So between Ruben Dias and John Stones, you got to tell me. But I do think from what I've seen of Ruben Dias since he came into the City team, I think the reason why you've transformed to another level is the moment he came in. I just remember from a Liverpool point of view, you were a different level of opposition because he just made you really good defensively. So I think Ruben Dias, I have to put him first in there because of what the trophies that you won.
Ruben Dias is going in. I'm sound with that because I was not going to end this video until Ruben Dias was in our team of the year, Leo.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going in.
Absolutely.
So it's who goes alongside him. And I've got a case for John Stones. There's obviously a massive case for Virgil van Dijk because on his day he's the best centre-back in the world. Nothing gets past him. He's the leader of your team. He's absolutely unbelievable. I know we didn't have a great start to 2023, but since like March he's been back. And especially this season, he's been back and it's been rock hard to get past him.
Exactly.
But don't rule out William Saliba from Arsenal because I think he's been absolutely fantastic as well. It's down to these three. Leo, I'm going to let you have the final say.
I think it's a tight one. It's a tight one. And I got to give credit to Saliba because I think he has also, we talk about transforming teams, like I talked about Ruben Dias and Virgil for Liverpool. I think Saliba has done that too for Arsenal, and how much better they've gone under Arteta. I think the moment he came back in, that's when they really changed as a team, and it shows how important defense is. But what I will say is, everyone talks about how Arsenal has been so good under Arteta, but you look at the points accumulated in 2023, the calendar year, and Liverpool accumulated as many points as Arsenal, having played less games, one less game. So I think that also needs to be talked about because everyone's acting like Arsenal is all of a sudden the best team in the league, and I don't think that's true. I think also how you would end this conversation, and I'm going to ask you this: if you're Arteta and you can have a player for one season in your team, Saliba or Virgil van Dijk, who are you choosing? That's how I want to end it.
If the question is that, it's Van Dijk. But are you ruling out John Stones in this spot? Has he been great but not good enough compared to these two?
You know, I'm going to let you decide that because I haven't watched enough of John Stones. I haven't.
I absolutely adore John Stones, but I think I am leaning more towards Van Dijk out of the three. I do have to say. Because when on prime form 2023, I would have Van Dijk. I think Dias and Van Dijk should be our two centre-backs.
Let's do it.
What do you think?
No, I mean, having 3 out of 4 players so far, I'll take it.
I'll take it. 4 players at
I'll take it.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm sitting for. No, it should be Stones and Dias. No,
I think we're just creating a Liverpool 11 here.
Dias is fair. Left back is an interesting one. No Robertson, and City don't have one in the club, so that's limited us to down quite thinly. We've got 4 decent nominations. I think Grimaldo and Theo Hernandez stand out of those two. Of the two, I think Grimaldo has been fantastic at Leverkusen. He was okay at Benfica. I watch a bit of Benfica, so he's all right, but nothing too special. They went out in the Champions League against eventual finalist Inter. They probably should have done a bit better. They had quite a favourable side at the Champions League draw. For a Benfica team that in the group won it, I think. I think they won it because they had an absolute madness away in Israel playing Maccabi Tel Aviv. So it's a tight one. I think I'm leaning more towards Theo Hernandez because... I think it's either him or Grimaldo. But
I was really leaning towards Grimaldo because you look at his stats. You look at his stats in the Bundesliga this season, and he's been technically, if you look at ratings, and I know like ratings are just ratings, but he has been their top player this year. And remember, the Bundesliga has had a break now. So if you look at his stats this season, that's just for the 2023 calendar year because they haven't played in 2024. And he has 7 goals and 5 assists in the league this season for a fullback. That's completely insane. And they got him on a free transfer too. So like you were saying before, clearly teams weren't fighting for a signature because he was a free transfer. Look at those stats. They're completely insane. Like he's playing an instrumental role in this team that could win the Bundesliga, which no one would have thought at the beginning of the season.
Theo Hernandez, for me, watching him is like an explosion of a left back. He's like revolutionised the left back position. I've never seen somebody so more forward as a left back in my life. High attacking work rate, low defensive, but he still gets back because he's so quick to be able to defend. So should we coin flip this one?
Let's coin flip.
So we've coin flipped and Theo Hernandez is our left back, but I don't think there's any really standout left back. So if you choose him or Grimaldo, I think you've done well. So Theo Hernandez is our left back in our team of the year. Into the CDM, and there is, of course, one player that can only make this team. And I'm so glad that EA haven't nominated Casemiro, because the fact that people saying that this player is not as good as Casemiro in 2023 is a joke. Can we talk about Rodri? Can we talk about Rodri? He scored in Istanbul. Come on, like, Xhaka's been all right. Bruno Guimaraes been all right.
Yeah.
I think Declan Rice is the only candidate, but Rodri's been way clear of Declan Rice.
Yeah, no, Rodri. I get asked often at Liverpool if I could bring one player from the world into our side, who would it be? And literally, it would not be Kylian Mbappe, it would not be Erling Haaland, it would be Rodri. I really think Rodri is that good, and I think he's the best defensive midfielder in the world. So no doubt about this position.
Don't think there's any more case to be had. Rodri is the CDM for mine and Leo's Team of the Year, and if you disagree, you're a fool. Lots of nominations in at the centre mids. It's kind of hard to pick two. Well, not really. One of them has got to be, of course, my ginger brother, KDB. Leo, you got to agree with that.
Yeah, no, KDB.
But,
gotta be.
So KDB's locked in. Definitely.
Yeah.
So we've got a choice between the others.
I gotta say the one that stands out for me, it's gotta be Jude Bellingham. And I say that because I can't ever remember a player, let alone a young player who's 19, 20, signing for Real Madrid, where you probably have the most weight on your shoulders, the most pressure because of the size of the football club. He comes in and does what he's doing. Like I can't in my living memory remember this. And I know you might say that's only from the summer till now, but that alone deserves to be in the Team of the Year. Like it's on another, like it's just, I've never seen. It's crazy.
Agreed, but I still think he was a major part in Borussia Dortmund's season last year.
Yeah,
and if they hadn't bottled it on the final day, all they had to do was win at home to Metz.
That's true.
And they would have won the league. So Bellingham has to be in this Team of the Year. Like, I have to try and put up an argument for Bernardo Silva because of how good he actually was.
Yeah.
And if Jude Bellingham wasn't one of the best English talents that we've ever seen in a generation, then Bernardo Silva would be going in.
Yeah.
And Musiala's got to be in with a shout as well. He obviously got the winning goal in the Bundesliga for Bayern Munich. He's a breath of fresh air. Ultimately, I think I agree with you. It's got to be Jude Bellingham. Like, he's just been so good. Yeah, I think it's Bellingham and my ginger brother KDB. What do you think?
I think that's fair. That midfield three would be scary. Imagine that in action.
What a midfield. Rodri in at CDM, my ginger brother KDB on the right, and Jude Bellingham on the left. That's the greatest midfield I think we've ever seen. Right wing time, and this is tight. But firstly, how on earth has Ousmane Dembele been nominated for the Team of the Year? He's the worst player I think I've ever seen play professional football. How on earth Kyle Walker is not nominated, but Ousmane Dembele is an absolute disgrace. I can't believe that.
No,
it's between Salah and Messi.
Yeah.
I think Saka was in there until August, and then he comes out of it. But firstly, I want to talk about the GOAT. The GOAT of football, Mr. Lionel Messi himself on that T-shirt behind me. He is the GOAT. He's the greatest player of football ever. But Lionel Messi in 2023 has won absolutely nothing other than the League Un title. He was average for PSG, who were eliminated very quickly in the Champions League again. The World Cup was in 2022, so that doesn't count. You have to remember that the World Cup was last year, and this is from the 1st of January 2023 to the 1st of January 2024. That doesn't count. Then he's gone to Inter Miami. Yes, he's done bits over there, but now we're talking in the MLS. Mohamed Salah, need I say anymore, because Leo's going to do that for me. Go on, Leo. Mo Salah this year.
This year, he has the most assists from the top 5 leagues. And you know him as a goal scorer, and that's what I want to talk about. This is what excites me so much about Mohamed Salah and why he needs to sign an extension, is the fact that he's probably more complete now. He's probably a better player now than he ever has been. And that speaks volumes as to his consistency, his winning mentality to always improve. Because like, who would have said 4 years ago that he would have been the top assister in the top 5 leagues? Who would have said that?
In terms of Lionel Messi, there's no absolutely doubting what he's done. The only pull factor is for EA that he's won the Ballon d'Or and that he's going to sell a lot of packs. And the thing is with, obviously, if you guys play FIFA, what they'll do is they'll probably make Messi's item premium chemistry because there's no way that you can make a team around him playing for Inter Miami. And that's how they'll sell packs. That's what I think is going to happen. But Lionel Messi in 2023, other than winning the Ballon d'Or, which remember is from August 2022 to August 2023, which he shouldn't have won it anyway. Erling Haaland should have won it. But that's a topic for another day. And in that Ballon d'Or cycle is the World Cup. For the cycle that we're doing is not the World Cup included. I think it's got to be Mohamed Salah. And that's me saying that as a City fan, because Lionel Messi is finished now. He is the GOAT, and he's established the GOAT. There's no need for him to carry on.
Yep.
He's done it all.
Exactly.
And the fact that we're still trying to put him in the team of the year, we're hanging on to nostalgia.
Yeah.
And I love nostalgia. I loved the games back in the day,
Yeah.
watching football on ITV.
Oh.
But the fact is, those days are done. And Lionel Messi does not deserve this team of the year spot over Mo Salah. The only reason why he will make it is because he's won the Ballon d'Or, which had the World Cup included,
Yeah.
which shouldn't be because it was last year.
Yeah.
So for me,
I agree.
I think Mo Salah's got to be the
I
man.
agree.
But what do you think, Leo?
I agree. No, I think there's no doubt when you look at this calendar year, but I do have one question for you. Do you think he's going to sign an extension at Liverpool?
I hope he does. I love seeing Mo Salah in the Premier League. He's annoying because he
Yeah.
scores all the time against City. It does my nut. But I have a question for you.
Okay.
Would you take 250 million for Mo Salah at 31 years old? Because that's how much that Al Ittihad are prepared to give you. And the fact that they want a Muslim player, a massive advocate of the Muslim faith, to be in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and he is the best Muslim player on the planet, it's not even close. That's what they want over there.
No, I mean, those are completely crazy numbers, but I think the bigger thing is where will Salah be mentally? And if Salah mentally still wants to win and break records, then I think I would want him over any player because he just knows our system, he knows the league, we know what he's all about. And so if he's present with Liverpool, I just want him to stay. But yeah, 250 million, if it's really those numbers, then I think it's absurd. You have to consider it. But again, I think he has that winning mentality where he doesn't want to go to a dead league where it's all about money, where Hendo wants to come back anyways, Bobby wants to come back. They're seeing that money just doesn't buy happiness. Breaking news.
Mo Salah has to make this team in the air. And if he doesn't, you're too nostalgic and need to move on. Do you agree, Leo?
I agree. I'll take it.
Mo Salah is in mine and Leo's team of the year, and it shouldn't even be a contest. Okay, on to the left wing now, and you guys may pick out a Kylian Mbappe as being the standout player, but yet again, he's in a dead league playing for a dead team with no real footballing. Well, no real footballing achievements other than winning a crappy league. They were obliterated in the Champions League quite easily, yet again. And Kylian Mbappe is one of the best players on the planet, but he's not playing for anybody decent. He's not challenging himself as an individual. He's got to go to Real Madrid. He has to go. He is one of the best players on the ball I've seen. So what the hell's he doing in the French League? What was he doing there, Leo? I know you are from Le Francais and from Paris, but what on earth is he doing there?
No, it's actually absurd to me because he's earned so much money in the past 3 seasons since he signed that extension that I just don't see in what world. It goes back to the Saudi question. In what world do you need more money after that point? Like, why not build legacy? You know, because all of these footballers are already on levels of richness that will be generational. So go to a league that's actually competitive. And already I can't understand him signing that extension. So he better go someplace. I wish it wasn't Real Madrid, but I just can't see him anywhere else.
Yeah, he has to go somewhere. Whether it's Liverpool, whether it's City, whether it's Real Madrid, whether it's Bayern Munich. He's got to go to somewhere where he can just win everything and become the best. He is still a shout in for Team of the Year because obviously Leao's been great, but Milan didn't really do anything. Krab has a good shout because he was fantastic for Napoli. I think Kvaratskhelia was very underrated as a player. But this season, Napoli are 9th. He's not really got going, so maybe it was a one-season wonder. Vinicius Jr. was very, very consistent. Jack Grealish is going to go under a lot of people's radar. I don't think he deserves the space, but he created the most chances in our treble-winning campaign, more than my ginger brother. A lot of you might not know that. As much as I have bad opinions on Mbappe, I still think he deserves the place.
Me too. And I say that also because I went to the Parc des Princes this season against Bayern, and PSG were so bad, like such a bad football team. He comes on the 70th minute and they look like an entirely different side. And it's like every time the ball got even close to him, I'm not even saying to his feet, the Parc des Princes would like everybody would stand basically. Like that's how special this player is. And like we were saying before, he needs to get out of that football club and that league because he's too good for it.
Leave PSG to become in the same bracket as Haaland and as players like that, Messi, Ronaldo, etc. If you want that legacy, Kylian, you're going to have to leave Paris Saint-Germain. but we're going to put you in the team of the year anyway. Striker, for me, there's only one person that it can be. However, before I get to that person, let's talk about the rest. Harry Kane is pulling off mad numbers in Germany. It is crazy. What's he scored like, Leo? Like 25 goals already? He's just been insane. Osimhen had a great season at Napoli, obviously. Took them from pretty much where they are now in 9th to Serie A champions. One of the best. He was the best striker in the Serie A. He was insane. Cristiano Ronaldo scored the most goals in the calendar year. However, we go on to the conversation of dead leagues again. I love the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I absolutely love it over there. I'm not slagging off the league one bit, but it's not the best in terms of footballing standard. Yes, it's got a lot better over the last 12 months with the money that they've spent into it, and the league is very well supported over there, and Cristiano Ronaldo is a god over there. For me, scoring the most goals in a calendar year, you're in the Saudi league. That can't be a factor of putting you in the team of the year. So I think, again, we're holding on to too much nostalgia with him. He's the greatest goal scorer in football history. Messi's the best player. Ronaldo's the best goal scorer. That's not even a debate. If you're putting him in the team of the year, you're holding too much onto the past, like I said before, and you've got to move on. It's Erling Haaland, treble winner, record breaker, Premier League top goal scorer by an absolute mile. The man is a machine. Has to be him. What do you think, Leo?
No, I think, honestly, when he came over, everyone was saying, oh, he has these stats in Germany because it's a farmers league, whatever. And boy, did he prove those people wrong, you know, because he's come into the Premier League and he's broken the Premier League record in his first season. Like, I don't think he would have dreamed of that when you joined the club. I think even though he gets a lot of good chances because he's at City, he's still the best finisher in the world today. Now.
He's absolutely unbelievable. I'm just lost for words with how amazing Erling Haaland actually is, and it's a pleasure to be able to see City week in and week out, to be able to witness him. So are we in agreement that Erling Haaland makes this team of the year,
yes,
Leo?
Yes,
or
unfortunately,
would you put a case in for Ronaldo?
No case for Ronaldo whatsoever.
It's time for the 12th man, and here are the nominations.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Harry Kane, and Lionel Messi.
So there are the nominations for the 12th man. Of course, Messi and Ronaldo are going in because I know most of you are going to vote for them. Harry Kane has to be considered as well. For me, I think Harry Kane takes it. What do you think, Leo? That's our first impression. I could change, but I think it's between Kane and Messi. But I think I'm leaning towards more Kane.
Kane is such an I think he's still underrated by world football, because I remember when I would watch him, I don't watch him as much because he's in Bundesliga now, but in the Premier League, how complete he is as well. Like, I know he has insane goal-scoring numbers, but you would see the way he would get assists, build link-up play, his passing range, all of these other aspects of being a striker that I think makes him stand out.
He's just unbelievable. He's already got, at the time of recording, 21 goals in the Bundesliga. 21 goals in 15 games. That's ludicrous. I know the Bundesliga ain't a great league, and I know he's playing for the best team, and Bayern Munich, and he's got the best players.
They're not the best team, though, this season, but
well, no, Leverkusen are the best team, actually. Take that back. Yeah, he's spot on correcting me there. But I'll tell you what, 21 goals in 15 games is just brilliant. That is brilliant. Case for Messi, the fact that he did win Ligue 1, and Leo made a great case off camera, is he's still got that spark when he has the ball. The fact of that free kick on his Inter Miami debut to win him the game 3-2, it was literally written in the stars that he scored that. He still has that Messi magic in him, even at the age that he is now. Case for Ronaldo is he scored the most goals in a calendar year, but you had to remember where that was. It was in the Kingdom, not in any of the top 5 leagues. And people are going to vote Messi Ronaldo because it's nostalgic, but I think Harry Kane deserves it, based on how good he's been for Tottenham and for Bayern Munich. Do you agree with that, Leo?
I completely agree.
I think Harry Kane is our 12th man, and that completes our team of the year. Leo, I am so gassed with this team of the year. I honestly think it could be any team in the world.
Agree.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm just surprised that we put in this many Liverpool players, given that we didn't win trophies this calendar year. So I'll take it as a Liverpool fan.
Remember, it's all about the year, and that brings us on to who makes your team of the year. Do you agree with me and Leo? Or do you think Messi and Ronaldo and players such as Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia, Modric, Kroos, do you think other players should have made this team of the year? Let us know down in the comments, and make sure to smash that like. Subscribe down below. Make sure to check out Leo's goals. He's the absolute GOAT and the only non-biased Liverpool fan on the internet platform, so make sure to check him out. And I think this team of the year is absolutely amazing. Thank you very much, Leo, for coming on. Team of the year is complete.